Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys new here my channel, my name is Alison and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm trying out another new foundation, and this is the new launch foundation from NATASHA DENONA, and this is in the Transformatte Pore Vanish Matte Foundation, and I got this in the shade 25 Neutral Yellow, which is a light shade neutral with yellow shade, which is very obvious with the name. So if you guys are interested how it works on my oil skin, then let's keep on watching. Okay, so before we get onto this foundation, I'm gonna give you guys some information, some background about this foundation. So first of all, I purchased this on Sephora.com and it retails for $45, and my shade is 25 Neutral Yellow. And this foundation, it comes in 0.94 fluid ounce, which is a little bit less than 1 fluid ounce, which we usually get in the foundation. That is like a standard size. So on this foundation, it only comes in 35 shades, and I don't know how I feel about 35 shades on foundation. I feel like it's still not enough for a lot of skin tone because you don't see a lot of dark shades over here. So this foundation, it claims to be full coverage for sensitive, normal, dry, and combination oily skin. And this is a matte finish foundation. So this is a medium to high coverage matte foundation. It's a Transformatte Pore Vanishing matte foundation, transforms the appearance of uneven skin texture, creating flawless and smooth looking skin thanks to its star botanic extract ingredient pore reductive. So this is like reduce your pores and it gives you a very nice skin texture, smooth finish. So this is what it looks like on the bottle. It has that white matte finish on this like a squeezy tube design, and on the front it says Transform Matte, and it does come in this little pump right here. So I feel like it's really easy to travel with and just get the foundation out. Okay, for primer, I'm gonna go in with Sisley Primer today. It's like a gel form of primer. This is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna put this over my face, and then I'm gonna go in with my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. If you guys watch my channel, you guys know this is like my must-have item in my makeup routine. Just kind of like cancel out that dark circle. Okay, now let's get onto the foundation. I got this in the shade 25 Neutral Yellow, which is a light color. I'm just gonna shake this up, and this is what it looks like with one pump. It's kind of liquidy than what I thought because it's more like a matte finish foundation, but it's a liquidy finish. Just gonna apply this on this side of my face and hoping the color is right because it's only available online right now, and that's where I purchased it, and it's really hard to pick up a foundation that's right on your shade for a foundation. So I'm gonna use my Morphe sponge to blend this out. Sometimes I prefer using a sponge than a brush because I just don't like giving me that streaky finish. Okay, so this is one pump of foundation on my face, and this is without any foundation. It really dries down matte finish. You don't feel like you have foundation on. I feel like the shade is a slightly yellowish and darker than my skin tone, just a lightly little. I can just blend it down and make it work, but it's fine. And I'm really liking the complexion. I know you guys can tell it's a lot yellowish than my natural skin, but that's okay. I'm gonna put the rest on this side of my face and I'll be right back. So now this is full face makeup on, and I mean the foundation on my face. I feel like it's not tacky at all. My first impression, I really like how it feels on my face. It doesn't have that tacky finish. It doesn't feel like you have foundation on your skin, and it does give me a medium coverage, so I really like it. So now I'm just gonna finish up my makeup, and now let's check in. The time is 11:25, and that's when I put on my foundation on, and I'm gonna do my full face makeup on and check back with you guys. Okay guys, so makeup is done, and now the time is 11:43, so I spent almost 20 minutes to 30 minutes to did my makeup. So what I did on my face, I know a lot of you guys wonder what I put on my face after my foundation all the time. So for my eyes, I'm using my Hourglass glitter eyeshadow in the shade Reflect, and this is what like on the center of my eye, like the reflecting shimmer shade. It is from the Hourglass. I also paired this with the ColourPop. This is in the palette It's All Wild. It's a collab with Eva. And I mixed these two shades. So this orangey shade, I put it on the crease. And on the darker shade, I just put it on the outer corner of my eye just to give some color. And also I did use my Benefit to give it some color and some hair fixation. And also this heavy rotation eyebrow powder. And also moving on to my bronzer. Bronzer today, I'm using this from Morphe. This is their new bronzer in the shade Celebrity Plus Dupetit. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave the link down below or leave the name down below. This is what it looks like on the contour shades. And on my blush, I heard nothing about this brand. This is from Note. I don't know how you pronounce this, but this is in the shade 05 Desert Rose. I got this from my Boxy Charm, and this is a really bright pigmented shade. I really like it to give it some color on my face. And also moving on for highlighter today, I'm so excited to try this Pixie highlighter. This is in the shade Subtle Sunrise. It has two different shades here, but I mainly use the gold reflective one. They're so reflective, so buttery. This is what it looks like. So this is what on my high points on my cheek. I'm just gonna add a little bit on the cheekbones. And I did apply this on the high points of my nose and on my cupid's bow. And then last but not least, I have my iconic new from Charlotte Tilbury pencil lip pencil, and this is what I use on my outer lip. And on the center, I've been loving this. This is the Huda Beauty Demi Matte Finish in the shade Days Layer. This is what it looks like on my lips. I really like this texture, the finish, and it feels not as dry as the liquid lipstick. It dries up my lips, but it's like demi matte, exactly what it sounds like on the name. And I have to say it doesn't last as long as the liquid lipstick, but I really like the texture, the finish of it, and how it dries down. And also to set my face, I also use this Laura Mercier on my under eye and my Givenchy Prise Limbre on the overall face. This is like really control my oily skin, control my oil throughout the day. And then to set all this hard work, I just use my Skin Denavia, the makeup finish spray. This is for bridal, so this is a really long lasting. It holds up your makeup for the whole day, because for wedding day, I know a lot of people use this because it just holds up for the whole day even though you cry anything. So I hope this foundation, it really holds up on me more than 6 hours, I would say, because I do have oily skin. So that is all what I use on my face and how the foundation it looks like on my face. I really like the texture, I like the coverage it gives me, and it dries down very matte finish. I really like everything about it right now for the first impression. So I'm gonna chat back with you guys for, I'll see if I chat back in the midday or at just the end of the day. I'll give you guys my feedback on this foundation on my oily skin. Hi guys, now it's around 7:30 p.m. and I've been wearing this foundation for, I would say, around 8 hours, and this is what it looks like. In general, I really like this foundation. It's not making me look oily and it still looks flawless. A little separation on my chin area, but if you guys know, I always have separation on my foundation, but I think considering that this looks really good. I'm a little glowy but not super oily, so I really like this foundation. It really does the matte finish and controlling my oil. It still have that medium coverage, so nothing really changes on my foundation except I get a little oily on my T-zone area. Everything is still on my blush, my contour, eyelid, and my lips. Everything is still on. And let's see what's the boyfriend approved foundation review. What do you think about my foundation?
Looks good, yeah. Looks good.
No, anything like, is it too oily?
It's too dry, I think. It's a little
dry?
dry, yeah. I see you're coming off like a separation.
Like on the chin area, just on the chin area. That's just my skin issue. Nothing ever really stay put on my chin area. But what about like forehead and like the T-zone area?
It's okay. Yeah, some other foundations are better than
some other foundation are better than this foundation?
Yeah, but the past ones are meh.
Matte foundation, yeah. So I used to have like a matte foundation, but now that I'm getting older, I feel like I have to kind of like in the middle section, like medium coverage, matte to semi-matte. So that's like what I'm liking on the foundation right now as I get older. But I feel like this foundation, it does hold up pretty good. As he said, little separation on my chin area, but everything else I feel like it's looking good for the 8 hours mark. I do have a little bump here. I don't know, is it the foundation or just my diet these days? So that is. Hi guys, so this is the second day of trying this NATASHA DENONA Transformatte foundation, and the reason I want to do the second day because my first day review on the end of the day, it wasn't as clear as I wanted to be because I was using my iPhone to record the video. So today I want to use something else to record this video, make it clear to see how my face looks like after another 8 hours. So right now the time is 7:52. I applied this foundation at 7:50 mark, so that is when the foundation is on my skin. So now I'm just gonna finish up my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just finished my makeup and I did set this makeup with the Lower Missing Setting Powder. I also did try out this Lower Missing Setting Powder in Glow Translucent. This is like the collab with Mario, and I did put this on top of the regular setting powder, just a tiny little, so it gives a little glow. It's not as matte finish. And also to set all this makeup, I did use this Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray for bridal, and this is something that it makes sure everything's set on your face. So this is what it looks like right now. And with this foundation, I feel like it didn't really does the pore finishing finish, because on the side of my face I can still see my pores is peeking through, and it dries down very matte and it dries down quickly. So if you're applying with your beauty blender, make sure when you apply a foundation on your face, make sure to blend it quickly, not let it set. So now I'm gonna give you guys a little close-up on how it looks like on my skin, my pores, and how it settled on my face. Okay, so now I have to get to work and I'll check in with you guys later. Hi guys, I'm back for the final check-in. Now the time is 7:37, so I've been wearing this foundation legitly for 12 hours, almost 12 hours, and it is a very long wear foundation, I have to say. With my oily skin, I do have very oily skin after usually 5 to 8 hours mark, and with this 12 hours mark, I feel like this foundation does holds up pretty nice with the oil control, because usually I would go crazy with this amount of oil. This is more like a 5 to 8 hours oil come through normally, but this foundation does hold up pretty nice. But my only concern is it looks very cakey around my cheek area and around my nose area. That's the only thing that I don't like about this foundation. But if you guys need something that is a long wear foundation, if you guys do have oily skin, I feel like this is the foundation for you guys. But I personally very picky about foundation. If you guys know me, I'm very picky about my foundation, how it looks, how natural it is, and how it feels on my face, and how it controls my natural oil come through during the day. So for this foundation, I feel like it passed the oil control, but it didn't pass the natural finish. It does feel lightweight though, but it's just that it looks very cakey around this area and around my cheek areas. And other than that, everything looks good, but it just didn't pass my natural finish looking of foundation. So that is all my foundation review, and I hope this 2 days kind of foundation review does help you guys to see the in-depth of how it looks on my face and how it wears and any differences between the 2 days. I just want to try this out for the second time to make sure if I love this foundation or would I pass this foundation along. And sometimes when I'm not sure about a foundation, should I keep it or not, I'll just try it for a couple days straight and see how it works. And some foundation you can really tell right away if you like it or hate it, because you do have to mix with a different primer or a different product that you use underneath, or setting it with different setting powder or some setting spray. So everything with the combination of foundation is different, so I want to try this out to see if it makes a difference of the foundation, my skin issues, and my oil control, and also wear it longer for the day. So I hope this review does help you guys out to pick out this foundation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!